Hello, hello. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and I'm just sitting here tapping my fingers, waiting for the clock to count down. I thought this is silly. I'm just going to go on. I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. So, I guess it's buried over there. I was thinking I should probably do something in my, um, can't think of the name of it. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? The scavenger hunt journal. There you go. There you go. Hi, Pam. How's your day been? I lost track of my day. I slept too late, and my hubby slept too late. Hi, Gail. And how you feeling today, Gail? Are you having a good day, or it got a little warmer here today? I guess it's not. Hey, Sherry. I guess it's not going to stay too warm. It was supposed to get up to 60 here, but I'm not sure that it did. And I don't know. I mean, I do like all the seasons. It got colder for you, Gail. You're doing good? Wonderful. Hey, Kel, nice to see you. I just, I really do like all the seasons. And I like snow, but of course I don't have to shovel it. But when you get those colder days and you get a nice spring day in the middle of winter, it makes you want spring. And then I had a surprise. It wasn't a surprise. My daughter called and said they were popping over. But so it was a little kind of a surprise. And I said, "Hey, Janice," I said to my Go Eagles, you got that right, girl. Woo! Um, I said to my 4-year-old grandson, I can't wait for summer till we could go in the pool. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I think you've kind of forgot we did that last summer. We have 2 lovely pools here. And the rule is that children can only be in the pool on certain days from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and they have to be potty trained. So there are a couple of years there, my grands couldn't go in because they were still wearing diapers. So we're all in now. I haven't done anything in my scavenger hunt journal. Let's see if I can unearth it here. Yeah, yeah. Maybe while we wait for some folks to come in, I can glue a few things in. I know a lot of people are finished already, but Laura Bell, like my sisters like to call me, have been dragging my feet. Dragging my feet. Oh, these are my, no. This is my monster. What's Kellyanne? Kelly, you're excited to... Hello, Kellyanne, says Pam. I got your envelope mailed. Should be there by Saturday or sooner. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Girls exchanging goodies. I'm not crazy about my monster, but I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to redo them. I was going to put some ink maybe around them, and I don't like these little arms. I put it as neck. I don't know what that was about. So I'm going to trim those babies off, and then I'm going to find a page where I can glue them down. Oh, you do, Janice? Yeah, they've always called me that. Guess I'm kind of glad it didn't stick. I have a sister, Nancy. We call her Nanny. Both my sisters have COVID, and they've been in and out of my mom's. We're pretty sure my mom had it. She had cold symptoms. This would not be the first time. And my son and my nephew live with my mom. And I don't know about my nephew. I don't know that he's had any symptoms. But my son tested negative, so we're really not sure. I don't know if the girls picked it up somewhere else and they gave it to each other with going and, taking care of mom. So we had had a virtual appointment scheduled for my mom for tomorrow. But my husband has asthma, so I don't want to go over and then bring anything back. So we've switched that appointment to next week. I think that was the wiser thing to do. The girls just feel, like they have a cold and they have a headache. So their symptoms aren't, bad, which is great. Okay, I'm just trimming in between his toes. Welcome to everyone who's coming in. I did lose track of my day, like I said earlier. I don't know if everybody was here right at the start. And I'm trying to get my Happy Meal under control. So I worked on that. And then before I knew it, it was dinner time and I hadn't gotten my thumbnail done and hadn't really thought about what I might do this evening. I mean, I have plenty to do, plenty that I want to do, but I just don't know that everybody would want to sit here and watch me do it. You know what I mean? So, an idea popped in my head, and I'm going to go with that. I don't know why I was thinking about this song from Sound of Music. Still need to stay away from right, exactly, Janice. So I was thinking, well, what about if I threw together or tried to throw together a journal cover with all my favorite things on it? And then I started to think, well, Lori, you have a lot of favorite things. Because I tend to really like most of it. I mean, I like grunge. I like vintage. I like lace. I like fabric. Now, I'm not like Pam where I like to sew clothes, but I do like putting fabric on journal pages and things like that. I like numbers. Hey, there's Amira. Hi, Amira. And I know, right? It's one of my faves. I probably am going to sing it tonight. I looked up the lyrics. I don't know all the verses. So I thought, well, what if I just started putting down stuff that I liked? And then I had another idea, which I don't know if it'll work. Janice, you may have tried this. I don't know. There's Riri. All my, right. Exactly. Right, Ray? It's like, I love my stuff. Nobody gets it. Like my husband will say, well, when's the last time you used this? I said, it doesn't matter. If I do want to use it, then I have it. Hi, Ange. I love all my stuff. It's really hard to use it as we all know, and I have to be honest, sometimes it's hard to share it. Just saying. All right, so I looked up the definition of a mandala, and it doesn't have to be round, and it's just repetitive. Whatever you do, strokes, drawings, repetitive. So I did this little circly thing, and I'm going to use that as my mandala. He looks cute sitting there. Maybe I'll sit him over there. Oh, he's down too far. Let's see. Let me get a glue stick. Glue stickeroonie. So, I've cleaned this baby out pretty well. Okay, let's get a different one. Let's pop that in the bin. Now, I'm sure some of you have tried ironing a napkin onto a piece of cardstock using plastic wrap, right? May I have a show of hands, and those of you that are here in chat, have you tried that? Have you done that technique? Oh, this is really gilly. This is an Amazon stick. Anyone? Anyone? Has anyone tried that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I do have samples somewhere, but I didn't pull those out. Actually, I haven't seen those in a while. I have an idea where they might be. Basically, what you do is you take a heavier weight paper, say a piece of cardstock, and then you take a napkin that you like. Angie says, Lori, my family doesn't get what I do with cutting. I know, a lot of people don't get it. But you know what, Ange? It's okay. Someday they might get it. They may never get it. I'm glad I found you all, and you get it. Has anyone in chat ever ironed a napkin onto a piece of cardstock to stick the two together? Was my question. And I want to know how that chocolate pie tasted. How'd that come out? How'd that chocolate pie come out? Yes, I've smushed, yes, watercolor with plastic wrap, and that really gives you a cool effect. Amira has not done it. I'm surprised Janice hasn't done it. You know, using napkins is really cool, but sometimes they can be fiddly and bothersome because they're so thin. You don't know how to do that either, Gail? Oh, well, maybe we'll have a rabbit trail. Maybe we have a rabbit trail. Hey, Kathy Lake, hi. Angie said, oh, that pie was so good. And she went to the Mexican restaurant tonight. Oh, look, I forgot I did graphite on this. And I just smeared it. It's all right. It's all good. Scavenger hunt. All right. Let me just peek in my drawer. And if I can find my samples, I'll show you. And if not, we'll just go ahead and do what I'm talking about. So, well, let me leave this sit here for a minute. That glare is kind of irritating. I used to have them over here. For the Yanks are coming. The Yanks are coming. Come over here. I've got a few drawers over here. Now that's one of the, this one. Where are the other ones? Well, dang it. Maybe they're in that top one. Top drawer. Oh, it's so top drawer. Oh, phooey. I know I didn't use them all. Well, this one's going to have to do. And then I need to grab a couple of napkins and some cardstock. We'll just use this little stuff. I have my iron plugged in, so that's good. That's ready to go. And let's see. What shall we do? Kimberly just sent me a bunch of napkins. I'm just trying to see which one might work. Let's do this. Let's do this, these little bulky doggies. All right, hope I didn't miss anyone, but I may have. And she said, I don't know about you, but I had so much fun at Keisha's. I missed a lot of it, Ange, because I had my family come and visit. So I missed quite a bit. All right, now I'm going to have to get my iron. Welcome to everyone who's coming in. There's my coffee. I'm going to get these little bits out of the way. Look, I'm 30 already. It's like, how long have I been online? 17 minutes. I'm filthy. Let's have a magnet. Pick these babies up. Oh, yes, that works so nicely. And then they can all stay together. There we go. All right, give us a little more of a clean area. Let's get out a baby wipe and clean the dirty fingers. So there's a gal, I think her name may be a patio elf, Patty. Years ago, I was wanting to put a napkin on different items, and I wanted to do it neatly. Like I was doing it on bracelets, and I found this gal online. Now this is not finished because, well, that one's finished. Well, maybe I do have them all finished now. This is a napkin. All right, so I stained the wooden bracelet blank. And then I tore up the napkin the way that I wanted and put the little pieces on the little squares. But I wanted them to be on there pretty nice. So I wanted to find out how people that are talented with decoupaging would do this kind of a thing. So I found this gal, Patty. I'm pretty sure her name was Patty. And so I glued these down and I worked with the cellophane wrap, plastic wrap, like Glad wrap. And it worked really well. And I've showed a couple other wooden bracelets that I had. Hey, Barbara. And then recently I've been putting, I don't know if it's triple thick or one of those shiny sealer things on there, to make it look nicer. You can see it's dull inside. I haven't done anything with the inside of the bracelet. But you can get napkin down. Of course, a smaller area is easier with using plastic wrap and getting a really nice, smooth finish. Well, then this gal was also, okay, Ange, this is also, this gal that I saw do this also was ironing napkins onto cardstock using plastic wrap. So this is what you end up with. You end up with, and I have several of these, but they weren't all in the same drawer, so I apologize. What are you going to do with a baby goat? So this is my napkin, just cardstock, and you can see on the edge here some of the little plastic wrap. So what you do, hi Candy, you put your cardstock down, your piece of plastic wrap, and then you put your napkin down, and then you put some kind of tea towel or something on top, and you iron it with your hottest setting on your iron, and you just keep, and then the plastic melts, and it adheres together. I thought I said plastic wrap, Gail. I'm sorry, but I thought I did mention that. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. So have you done that, Gail? I was looking to see if anybody had done it. Not too many in chat had. So I was thinking maybe we could do it real quick, because then I have another idea that I don't know. Let's use this plain piece. So I've got this little puppy dog napkin that Kimberly Ray sent me, and I'm going to adhere it to the cardstock. So I'm gonna just, I guess I could do that. And then I cut the little guys in half. Maybe I'll just use the cocktail size napkin. All right, Barbara said, I have done this on paper. Recreations by Brooke introduces to me, and she loves it. Well, you know what, Janice? That is a very valid observation. I, on the other hand, do not have too much success with glue sticks. And I would say this would be a more permanent fixture, if you will. But that's really not too big of a deal. Although, if you do it, you know, if you have several that you want to do, I mean, I wouldn't do it like I'm doing now, just do one. I would sit and do a whole stack. One of those one and done kind of things, you know, like sit down, get them all done, get them all finished. But that's how I roll. Well, I should not have done that, probably. I want that for later. Let me get my iron. I got me a big old iron. I think I'm just going to pop my cutting board underneath, just because I think it'll be okay. Now, ideally, you know, you want your, maybe I will do that. You want your plastic wrap pretty close to the size of the paper you're working with. Because once your iron and the heat hits it, it's going to melt. I mean, and that's what you want it to do. So, oops. me sighed a bit too heavily. Did I miss anyone coming in? Did I miss anyone? Surely I've missed someone. Like Lisa, My Eclectic Life. What was she doing the one time? This I just thought was amazing. And of course, I had to do it right away. She was dampening paper, rolling it up in little balls, and then she would take, she had some of her inks, I think. She used also, I think she used some strong tea. I don't know if she used coffee. She might have used tea. And then she would just drip or squirt that liquid onto these damp, balled up papers. And then she let them dry, undid them, and then would use them in projects. So I had to try. It was so fabulous. But I did like a whole like roasting pan filled with them. I dampened them, rolled them up, squirt them with this stuff, and then set them out in the sun. But I did a whole pan, and then I ironed all mine. I don't know if Lisa did or not. I can't remember. But oh my gosh, I still have some of those papers. But see, when I do something like that, I like to do a group of them. So I'm going to use a handkerchief on top. Now see, when I threw that down, I moved my moved my napkin. So now this iron has been used and abused. And when it sits for a while, it cools down. So it's going to heat up. The other thing too is if you did this and you did it with a glue stick, and say you had a floral pattern and you just wanted, say, one hydrangea, I don't know that you'd have an easy time cutting that image out, if you used a glue stick. I mean, maybe you could, maybe you would if you left it dry really, really well. But if you do this, you can cut out your image really, really nicely. So that's a thought. Is Barbara cooking? So yes, I can see that would last longer. Would have to get the ironing board. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Well, I did my paper in the summer, Miss Barbara. Summertime, summertime, summertime. Hope I'm not melting my summertime. Boom, boom. So this is the idea. I'm not sure if it's working or not. I really hadn't planned to do this, but I did mention this for the mere fact that, see, I think my plastic is buckling. Yeah, that's stuck down. It's stuck. It's stuck. I should have pushed my, see if I can push my, did you push it? I'll push my sew machine back a little bit so I can sit my iron right there. When I think of my favorite things, one of my favorite things is a napkin. And one of my other favorite things is fabric. I'm wondering if I could use the same technique and iron a napkin on fabric. Did anybody try that? Hey, Brenda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So there you have it. I've got a piece of cardstock and I ironed my napkin on. Now, if I wanted to, it'd be real easy to cut out these guys. All right, so that's one benefit. So I am going to start. My favorite things. I have so many. One of them is vintage vintage, what do you call this stuff? Vintage, it's not fabric, vintage. Ah, there's a word for it. Like doilies, napkins. That was too fast. It does go fast. See, so if you get your iron set up, you have a stack of napkins, you have a stack of scrap cardstock, you get your roll of plastic wrap, bada bing, bada boom. In a half an hour, 45 minutes, you can have a whole stack worked up. You just make linens. Thank you, Barbara. Oh, Barbara, I love you. Thank you, Kathy. Linens. So I thought this might make a great cover. I like the scalloped edge. Of course, I don't want my cover to be this large. So I'm going to cut it because eventually I'll probably glue it on some kind of a book board or something. And this may not work. This may be an epic fail. But hey, we've been there before, haven't we? Haven't we, girls? So I'm going to whoop, whoop, snip, snip, snip. And of course, I'm going to tear it. Okay, I lied. I probably am going to leave it long and just work in this area because then if I do want to wrap it around a book, I've got all this to fiddle with. But I'm not going to decorate the back. And we'll see if, does anybody know, has anybody tried to adhere a napkin to fabric via plastic wrap? Anyone? I don't think I'm gonna, blow up the joint. I am gonna put down my scrungy little ironing towel. El scruncho. I'm gonna put down my piece of vintage linen, my favorite thing. Raindrops, and there's our Julie. Yeah, don't all speak at once. Well, sometimes there's a tremendous lag. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles and warm mittens. This would be kind of nice if it went out this way, right? And of course, I want to tear my edge. So let's do that. I'm going to tear my edge. I don't want to tear too much off. I have seen someone do it on YouTube. Oh, really, Gail? Okay, cool. See, this just came to me. Like I said, I lost track of my day and I didn't do any research. So I think I want just this portion. So I'm going to tear. Of course, I could use water and a brush or my finger. But no. See, tore off the end of that. I'm pretty sure this is just one layer. I don't think this is one that Kimberly gave me. I think this is one I just had sitting here. There's Judy O. Oh, Judy, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you pin up and pin it down? Like Maria. See, I don't want to go over the edge because I like the little embroidered stuff. on the edge. So then we might have to use something else that I like maybe some paint. But we'll just see. Sherry's got to go feed the cats and start dinner. Okay, sure. Mookie dookie. And this, I'm just going to have that go off to what would be the back. Now I need a piece of plastic to match this. So, ouch. And this is just cheap dollar store stuff. I'm just about out of it. I do have some Glad wrap that I stole out of the kitchen. Don't tell Ron. I've had it for about 2 years. He doesn't know. He still doesn't know. Judy, how are you doing? I keep thinking about you. You said something about having some doctor appointments the beginning of the year. Just wondering how you're faring. How you be feeling? Okay, I'm going to leave that hang over. And I'm going to attempt to trim this. Well, I could really pull this, couldn't I? Couldn't I now? Kind of go this way. I'm going to try to keep this smooth underneath. I'm going to do a little snipper here. It's the, the old story, the plastic wrap. Yeah, it is. It's a very muted napkin, but not too bad. The old story, the plastic doesn't stick to the dish you want to cover, but it sticks to everything else. This is sticking to my knife. Sticking to my knife. Judy's dinner was roasted garlic, naan bread with pizza sauce, artichokes, roasted red peppers, mushrooms, and pepperoni. And ooh, that sounds really good. The only time I get anything different on a pizza is when we would be like at a mall or someplace like that and have pizza. Susan Gerald, hello, hello. How nice to see you. Susan, have you ever melted, put a napkin on fabric by way of melting plastic wrap? I bet you Eileen Lyons has done it. Oh, Lori, Judy says I'm okay. The last check was no, wonderful. And no, oh, going back in April. Okay, we'll keep praying. That's wonderful. Woohoo! Thanks for sharing that with us. I probably shouldn't have asked you right out like that. Ah. Okay. Now, when you put a napkin on a piece of cardstock, you don't have all this fiddling and fussing around, I'm just trying to match it as best I can. All right. Now I'm going to put down my top cloth, which for me is a men's old hanky. Yeah, my husband wouldn't like that either. If we're considering him to be the boss. Just depends. Just depends on the day and the topic or the subject. As do I, Judy. Bless you, bless you, bless you, my girl. Wonderful news. Julie would use baking powder, a paper. I don't know if that would stick for you, Jewel. You want the plastic to melt so that it sticks to the paper or whatever surface, in this case, fabric. Hey, there's Stitch It. Hi, Pam. I'm wanting the napkin to become one with the fabric. One with fabric. So I'm just holding a very hot iron on top. And hopefully, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Susan. It won't melt. The cling wrap is your glue. Excellent way to describe it. Yeah. And you don't want to go too fast because you don't want to wrinkle it underneath, you know. So now I have a box, a plastic box that I've been tossing in some favorite things. But what holds the napkin to the fabric? It's sandwiched in between the fabric and the napkin. This may not work, Gail. I don't know. I haven't tried it before. Hey, Lori. So I'm hoping it's melting and creating a bond. So, it works well on paper. I just did the same process on cardstock paper, and in between the two, I had the plastic wrap. Oh, you mean for the top thing instead of a handkerchief? Oh, I see what you're saying, Julie. I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, let's see. Let's see if that's enough. Now, the gal I watch, she would peek, to see if, well, it's stuck to my towel. Let's let it cool down a little bit. You know how a bread wrapper gets too close to your toaster and that melty? Yes, it's like that. Hey, I wonder if you could use the bread wrapper. Oh, talk about upcycling, huh? I missed Barbie. Is Barbie here? I missed her. Hi, Barbie. Let's see, let me pull this while it's still warm. This is still very warm. See, and over here, I didn't do a good job trimming my plastic. I have no shame using this cruddy, dirty. Oh, guys, I think that worked. Go get one. Start something. I don't think I have one. Thanks, Lori. Okay, so I'm thinking I can just cover up. All right, so now this is going to be cooling. So I'm trying to use different things that are my favorite things. All right, so when this cools, I'm going to trim this napkin, top and bottom. I'm not crazy about how this, yeah, no wrinkles, no wrinkles. Yeah, it does look like a placemat, Amira. Uh-huh. It feels really cool. And I can see, I don't know if you guys can see it if I hold it up. I don't know. My camera, I think, used to focus a little better than it has lately. You probably can't see it, but I can see the, like the linen weave of the fabric underneath. So it just adds another kind of layer of texture and look. Right. If there's any print on it, it might show through, but you know what? That might be cool, especially if you're doing kind of kind of a funky kind of a color, if you're using a lot of different colors, it might be cool. I don't know. Yeah, thinking of that colorful blob on your toaster. I want something that I think's gonna blend here. Now I was thinking because I like lace, I like trim, I like all that jazz. So I'm gonna pull out my tub of things that I've been hoarding and see if I can find something. I'm going with the now pink is really not one of my first choice colors, but I did like the napkin, so I thought I'm going to go with it. So let's see what else I have. Now I'm thinking I might just use a little bit of paint, maybe some Inktense watercolor paint. And Susan's been trying to clean that blob off her toaster. Now, some of this stuff just might not work, but I do love all this stuff. I might keep some of it out just because I might want to use it going forward in this project. That's a little too much, I think. Oh, goodness me, isn't that pretty? Oh my, isn't that pretty? I don't know that I want double. You love pink, Lori? Oh, a lot of people do. My sister Jackie loves pink. That's not enough. Still not enough to come down. Of course, I could make a smaller cover. So that's an idea. I haven't even really looked at all this stuff. I'm so sorry to say, I really haven't. It's a little bright. That's not enough of that. This all smells good. Your kitchen's bright pink? That's cool. Makes it a place you want to, oh, isn't that pretty? Makes it a place you want to hang out. Oh gosh, that's pretty too. I haven't even looked at this. I got this at the market. I don't know if this was Tiffany. One of the girls, I know she always, oh, what's this? Is this enough? Wait a minute, that might be enough. She always, one of the gals always laundered her stuff. That she'd put in these bags. Okay, let's see. Oh, look, there's little, okay. Let me grab these little. Let me grab the, oh, look at those little baby pinkies, huh? Ooh, Judy appreciates this done. Judy, that really sounds good. We have tilapia this evening. This. I'm making a journal cover. I called the stream today my favorite things journal cover, and my plan is to use a lot of things that I like and see if I can work them together to make a journal cover. I don't know if it's going to work. And right now I'm trying to hide this edge a little bit. Now you can't really see that. But what if I used a little bit of okay, okay, Candy, you're home, you're back, and you've started dinner. Wonderful. Sherry said she's used watered down glue and plastic folder. The napkins peels nicely off. Oh, okay, hold on. She's used watered down glue and a plastic folder. So I guess you put the napkin on the plastic folder, you paint it with your glue. The napkin peeled nicely off. The polyurethane works also, but you need a well-ventilated area. Cool. And I didn't know that this would work, Lori, so I'm just tried it, and I'm fortunate enough that it did work. Oh, that sounds good, Judy. Judy likes to make a sachet of cinnamon, allspice, and cloves, and she stores that in with her fabric scraps. Oh, how nice. Very nice. I think I need a little bit more color here. Let's see. See if I put this lace. I could stitch it down, but see, you can't really see it. I just need it to be a little darker. See, now I have this, but see, it's too orangey, right? Now, before I go make a decision, I've got more to look at. Let's just see. Let's just see. Now that's hot pink. Don't want that. That's the same color family, so it's not going to buy me any mileage. Let's see what's in this one. But what I'm thinking is I could put some spray or some paint. Oh, true. Susan said, Lori, whatever you add to it now, I can use water, like watercolors and whatever. It won't wrinkle or come loose, which is a big plus. Good point. Fussy cut some napkin pieces, add to fill it in. I could do that too. But right now I'm thinking about that edge. I'm thinking about me edge. Now this is a real heavy, what do you call this, Jazz? The real heavy duty, do they call that GIMP or something? Fabric GIMP? I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do 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 do. Boy, I bet you that was a pretty napkin or a hanky. Oh, can you see it's got a little gold? Hey, Mitch. Hi, Kathy Whitney. Girls, if you have questions for me, put it in caps, please. That would be very helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do 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 do. Oh, that's cool stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I found that little light pink rosebud kind of thingy. All right, this can all go back. I probably do have something pink somewhere. See, that's a little more heavy duty. Can you guys see well enough? I kind of like that. Maybe I have to dye it. course, I could dye it and see how it looks. And then if I don't like it, I could cover it. You know, there's always that old trick. I'm kind of liking that. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. Silver bright packages. No. Brown paper packages tied up with string. I do, Barbara. Thank you very much, Barbara. Okay, so I'm kind of liking that with the little rosebuds. This is starting to look very girly. Thank you, Julie. I don't think I agree with you, but thank you so much. See, I just can't help it. I just keep singing. I keep singing. All right, this is stuff I got from Ramona. Let's see if there's anything here from Ramona that I can add. Camelot. Oh, Camelot. Camelot kind of broke my heart. Ooh, look at this. A piece of this might work. There's little tiny. She's got some really pink stuff in here. She sent me some little extras. Extra. Hey, hi Cindy, welcome home. Welcome. Read all about it. She's got this taped. This is really pretty. It's like it's not like it is. It's what do you call that? When the color you have white on white. I might be needing a piece of that. That's what I'm thinking. But then I need, of course, I like buttons. I like jewelry and bling. And I like some of this. Let's start using some of this stuff. Hey, Teresa, nice to see you. Yeah, that's not. There's like, you would buy, say, a man's shirt in this. There's a certain term. They didn't call it monochromatic. I think you're right that's, probably like a technical term for it. But like if you were buying a man's shirt that looked like that years ago, there was a certain name that they used to. Oh, I like the version with Rex Harrison and Franco Nero. Yeah, maybe tone on tone, Teresa. For some reason, that's not what is in my head. All right, these are pieces of book binding. When I take the spines of books apart, I think I want to add a piece of this in. And of course, I'm going to use a piece or two of dirty gauze. It never comes to me, not initially. Thank you, Cindy. Old book pages. Me likes vintage old book pages, for sure. And I'm just starting to pull out some stuff that I think might work in combination with this other stuff I have here. I wonder if my husband would remember that term that oh, this is pretty. This isn't pink, but it's got kind of a pink I guess it's more orange than it is pink. When the bee stings. See, now something like this, it's bizarre. No, it's not like the name of like the name they would give a person. Oh, I don't know. It's probably not even a word. Look, there's a little piece of that. I might not grunge it up, but try to maybe bring in different textures. These are all beautiful neutrals. Look at that. This is all paper. You got your paper. Barbara, he's clueless. It was so long ago. I really expected, now that happened with the twine. You know the twine that you tie turkey legs together? What happened to the twine? Like, well, but he never asked me about the plastic wrap. So I didn't get busted on that one. It's been too long ago now. He doesn't remember. Okay, now look at this. Sorry if the noise is driving me. Look. I might have to have me that on the cover. He will eventually. I think he's purchased more. Okay, Barbara. Barbara said she'll be right back. Now, of course, these could be stitched on. Who knows what they're from? They're on these like little metal waffly things. That's kind of cool. Now I'm going to have a look at some buttons for sure. Let's see if I got anything else in this box. I think that might be the end of my treasure trove in that box. Now I still need to I don't have anything to say. You don't have anything? Boy, I can hear that. Don't have anything nice to say. Don't be saying anything at all. Hey, maybe I need a little Angie Yo-Yo. Look, I got to me a little pink. And there's a little plain one. And a little white one. Although that gray would be nice. Let's leave those out, see what's what. I used the plastic wrap to adhere a paper napkin to my fabric. Yes, I did. Yes, indeed. I did it. This is somewhat pink. This is somewhat pink. This, I think, got into my coffee. I'm wondering if that'll wash out because that's just such a pretty piece of um, a pretty applique. Now she's going for scraps. I love scraps. I know for sure. I was talking to, who was I talking to? Marty. I was talking to Marty earlier. I've lost my, see, now I love this. This is not in the song, but I love this. I lost my new stamp, my new eyeball stamp. That's what I need on here. I need an eyeball. Might have to be getting out me an eyeball. Look at that tiny piece of pink cheesecloth. There you go. I did it. I did it. By George, I did it. Okay, stuff this stuff in. Now let's have, so we've got some bling. I've got a napkin. I've got vintage linen. I've got little doily pieces. I've got the back scraps of a torn apart book. I've got lace. I've got scraps of fabric. Now I need me a button or two. Let's see. Now these are probably buttons I don't want to use just in case I have something. Hey, Dawn. In case I have something, you know, that might be interesting to hold on to. She dreams. She dreams. Monster collage play. Monster or master? It's master. I thought it said monster. See, it's not capitals. I know you're probably not talking to me. Okay. Okay. Look at this. This is going to be so heavy, I won't even be able to pick this up. I probably won't even be able to glue it to anything. All right, so now here's a little tiny pink pearly kind of button. Look at this. We could serve soup in this button, except it has holes. Just saying. Loving that. I'm just going to pull out a plethora. See, I love the way these look. I don't think they're worth anything, but see, I just love that. It's the light pink one here. That's just plain. This is the light pink one, but it's got crud on it. Let's see. Maybe I can get that crud off. I don't think I want the crud on the button. Look, this is plastic. Later, there's a eye in my soup. A tiny wok. Yes. Wok, 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 wok. Okay, that's enough to be thinking about for right now. Now, I could probably go look for some other bling, but let's just... Now, I did do a lot of, not a lot. I don't know why I say that. I didn't do a lot. I did some fabric where I was painting and jelly plating on it. But I'm just wondering, see, this is, I'm wondering if I don't remember if I did any that had any pink in it. Oh, wait a minute, I did like a scrolly thing. This might all be too dark. My terminology and my phraseology, I think I need to work on. Scrolly thing doesn't really help anybody. That's kind of a little pink. Methinks it's kind of a little pink. Well, there's some wild green, which actually green might not be too bad. Oh, it's too bad I did that in purple. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, if I used that kind of walk, I wouldn't have the weight problem I have. I'm telling you right now. What's the matter? You see, this is a little too rusty of a pink, I believe. I just may. I'm kind of liking that black. I may not use it, and I like the green. So let's just see what happens. Now let's just start going with things I know. I think, no, I'm not going to say that anymore. I know I want this right here. See, and I came out kind of far. So, all right. First thing I'm going to do is, hey, Shannon. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down because it's way too big. So I'm going to, I miss Sharon. I don't know. Oh, Shannon. Okay, I misread. Oh, those small letters are hard for me tonight. Okay. I'm going to eyeball it and see what I like. Size. Well, let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of this here. Okay, that's better already. I don't know, maybe it's not too, maybe just to here. Of course, I don't cut straight either. All right. Now, if I really try, I can pick up that plastic and trim some of that off. I feel like a surgeon, like I'm taking out stitches. Hold still. Hold still. There's only a few more left to go. All right. Let it go. Let it go. All right. All right. Now, that little guy jumped out of somewhere. I'm going. I keep flipping this. Yeah. Yeah. I have yellow thread. I have yellow. I have light yellow thread in my machine, and I just pushed my machine back. So let me just pin this. I'm thinking I might want to stitch this on rather than glue it. But I don't know. Now, what do I have that could be like a focal point? This could be the button. The button could be a focal point. Could it not? Could it not? Angie's back. See, sometimes I snap that shank off, and I might. But if I put a lot underneath there, I might be able to nestle that down. You know, the one thing I didn't, I'll have to get out my other can, I guess. Get a nice wad of cheesecloth that I could nestle. I just got out a couple little bits. This looks like somebody's like spaghetti sauce or dinner. I got stuck on that button. You know, like the lady went to an Italian restaurant. She was wearing her favorite blouse and she got spaghetti sauce on it. That's what it looks like. Just saying. Scratching off number 2 jumbo book. Have won something, but no one yet. And report time. I'm afraid that will scratch it. I just picked, if I can bury that under the corner of a bouton, a little bouton closter, you see, but see how this looks like a little sink colander? But I don't know if I want to take that off because see how nicely they're all. This is the odd man out. I'm going to take him off. Oh, you want a ticket? Oh, you're playing the lottery? There's another one. I wonder if I probably can just cut this little metal thing. Oh, yeah, babe. Oh, yeah. There we go. I've got a lot of strings, which normally don't buy me. Okay. Julie's hanging towels. You do what you got to do there, girl. Is this too much, do you think? I kind of like it. But I would like your opinion. If I do want to put an eye on here. Okay, Amira, was nice to see you. Have a good evening. I have, I can't find my news stamp, but that probably would be too much anyway. But I have Jane Davenport. You won $10 the other day? You and my neighbor's been doing scratch offs. She's won about altogether now, like $15 or more. Let me get my, I still have some plastic here I'd like to get removed. It's like plastic surgery. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't even say this. I forgot to do the thing about the bots. Oh, okay. Okay, Susan, thank you. Okay, Gail, take care. Have a good evening. Yeah, it's a treat when we get to see Gail because she's not usually available on Monday nights. Okay, let's see. Where do I have my Jane Davenport? Oh, it's over here somewhere. Books, markers. Oh, Jane. There you are. If I'm doing a favorite things thing, I have to do an eye. I must do an eye. I'm in the mood for love. Simply because. The thing with this is once I do it, it'd be done. Now I'm going to color this in. I think I'm going to color this in with some. I wonder the watercolor will bleed though, right? Won't the watercolor wick out of the eye? So that's something to. Oh, what do you girls think? I'm going to use my StazOn Juicy StazOn to get the image down, and then I was thinking of coloring it in with either the watercolor StazOn or acrylic. I could kind of do it. I kill you? Why? What did I do? I didn't want to be killing anyone. If I use the watercolor and I don't really juice it up and I use it thicker, maybe it won't bleed. Janice, let it go. I'm telling you, this man is a wonderful guy, but he does not know I stole that plastic wrap. He don't. These are great stamps, aren't they, Mitz? I love these stamps. Judy said, try mixing the watercolor with a matte medium and then. Oh, Judy, I could use my pigments. What if I use matte medium, like Judy said, golden matte medium, and my pigments? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's stamp before. Let's stamp before I get all beside myself. Okay, so I'm going to use, I need a juicy one. Juicy. And then I'm probably going to use black to do the outlining, but I don't have a juicy. I'm going to try the StazOn Midnight Blue. After midnight. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. See, I only know the first two words. That's not good. I need to work on that. All right, and I did find Elvis. So let's get our dear friend Elvis out of the drawer. We're just going to scoot him under there. Now I'm going to do a tester. This is a test of the emergency broadcasting system. So you think it's just me, but my sister Jackie is just like me. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, well, that's not very juicy, is it? I don't know if I bought the... I might have bought the inker of that. Oh, my goodness. For such a time as this, I bought all these inkers. Haven't used them yet, so I have them when I need it. Look. Midnight Blue. It worked. I have what I need when I need it. It's a craft room miracle. Oh, look how... Oh, you're not seeing this. Look how thirsty this poor little pad is. Thanks, Ange. Look, it's soaking right in. I'm not even going to have to get out a credit card. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. There's a thirsty little boy. Okay. Well, that's more better. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm off kilter. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing now that it's probably all dried out? If this doesn't work and it looks horrible, we're going to cover this with a piece of fabric. Okay? I'm just saying. Thanks, Shannon. I love it. This almost looks like her hat. Sometimes I just surprise myself, don't I? I just surprise myself. So I'm thinking I should paint the eyes before I... Are you girls seeing this okay? You just read the title of my video? Yeah, my favorite things. Okay, so now, earlier I had all my pigments out, so I'm thinking eye color. Let's go with how about a real bright blue? And then I'll do some maybe pink eyeshadow, kind of. Yes, breakfast. Yes, Janice. I can just move this down. But this kind of like all looks like a little hat. I'm getting very excited here. Okay, so I'm going to get a brush. El brushel. Yes. And I'm going to get my little pot. Oh, okay. Let me ask you girls this. Carmen Miranda. Okay. Could I use, instead of Golden Matte Medium, could I use Elmer's Glue Wall? Because I have the matte medium, but I've got a little pot of the Elmer's Glue Wall right here, which would be like super easy to use because I've already got it in a little pot. Think on that while I go get my powders. I'm going to pick out. I was working. Janice doesn't know, I could be in trouble. To Julie, to liquefy my pigment powders. I'm going to use pigment powder in her eyes to me her eye color and then her eyeshadow. I've got rose gold, which might work for the eyeshadow. And I'm thinking about, all right, I'm going to show you a few colors. And then we'll have a vote. All right, here we go. Now, a lot of times girls, I could go green because I've got the green leaves. Oh, green might be better. Hold on, let me get a few green choices. I think that's too dark. Moss green. This still could go wrong. This could go all wrong. Olive vine. I don't think I want olive. That's too bright. Oh, I just thought of something else. I've got these glazes. That might be better. Hold on. Then I don't have to have any glue. Hold on. Okay. Let's get out everything in the craft room. Oh, let's get out everything. So what do you think? Green or blue for the iris of the eye? I could do this. This is like a teal, like a dark teal. This is called Bolivian blue. Janice says green. I think I'm with you. Okay, let's see what I have in green. These are glazes, which are fabulous. And I could just paint them on. But I think I only have, I have an olive green. Olive green. Or key lime. Key lime's a little, although I could do key lime and then maybe shade the edge. With the olive. Then we need something pink. Now this is the pink I have in this. Okay, Janice. Azure is blue. Oh, here's another pink. All right, let's see. Now I could go to the powders, but let's just see how this looks. I love all this jazz. You know what? I'm going to try it on a piece of the fabric. So here's the part that I ripped off. Okay. And somewhere Lori has some clean water for her paintbrush. So let's get that over here. So we're ready to put the buttons back in their little spot. Okay, here we go. Let's even go one step further. Let's stamp another pair of eyes. Why don't we? Right? How's that for a brilliant idea? Now, of course, this is going to be on, hey, there's Kathy. Hi. This is going to be on the flower part, which, of course, on my cover, it's not on, it's on the plain part for the most part. So let's just give that a minute to dry. See, I've got it mostly on the clear part, which is all right. But we should be able to get an idea. All right, so let's put the brush and get a little moisture. And I'm going to use my heat gun just to make sure that ink is dry. Because I have found that stays on just a little bit to dry. These are a few of my favorite things. This is where the makeup artist in me comes out. All right, so I'm just going to dip my brush in. Now this stuff is real thick. I could probably easily add some water. You know what? Let's just add a little. I don't want it too runny, remember, because I don't want it to bleed. And by bleed, I mean, you know, bloom or spread. That's because we're all cray-cray. Melt into spring. Lid. All right, so now I'm going to use watermelon mist, okay? And I'm going to do it like the makeup artist. I'm going to do a light color on in the corner of her eye, and I'm going to bring it out to the edge, and then I'm going to come in with a dark color and bring it in and hopefully blend it into the light watermelon. Oh, now this is much juicier and a lot darker than I anticipated. All right. Now you're not going to really see much because that one eyeball is really over top of a pink flower. I may go speechless in a moment. Sorry, we're not running any specials today at Sephora. But if you come back next week, we have everything half price. But only if you give us your firstborn. All right, here we go. Let's bring this dark pink in over top of the light. They don't really go together, but I think for the cover of a journal, it's going to be all right. Now I'm going to show you this when it's finished for sure. Now, right about now, Lori's thinking, what did I do with my black paint? Because I'm going to need black paint. Now I'm going to take the olive green and see if I can, with this big old fat brush, I might get a smaller brush. This is pretty, although I could maybe use see if I see my, it's a craft room miracle. I found my liner brush. Woo! All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I'm just really kind of trying to cover that little dark navy stays on line. I'm giving her bright green eye a little bit of a shadow. All right. Yes, they remind me of Audrey Hepburn as well. All right, so now if we get some black, I think that's really going to help the eyes to pop, 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 pop. Using acrylic black. Now this is just our tester. So if this doesn't work, the eye on the left is perfect, she says. Well, that could change shortly because I'm going in with the black. And then I'm going to need white. And I'm going to need my other glasses. I'm flipping it. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Do 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 do. Let's put this little sketchy line in here. I think I need just a smidge of water, not much. Got to do the eyebrow. I might not do that second eye just to save time. Now this has to dry before I can put the white highlight on. Of course, you can see the little pupil lines. I might need to do the little pupil lines in black. What do y'all think? This is the tester, so we might as well test it. Thanks, Cindy, but you know what? It's just like coloring because everything's right there for you, but I appreciate your kind words. So that should look okay, and then once I put the white highlight in, that'll really pop. Look how this looks like her mouth and her nose, doesn't it? Okay, I'm excited about it, girls. I'm excited. So let's go and do the real thing. It's the real thing. I'm so glad. My husband was just here letting the dog out, and I'm so glad no one said anything about the plastic wrap. Good job. All right, now let's see if I can remember what we did. First, we took the one eye darker. Yeah, I only did the one eye, Ange, just as a test. Now we're going to do the actual cover, the eye on the actual cover, or the tomato paste. Yes, Barbara. Oh, a good memory, Barbara. All right, let's see here. We need a little bit of this. I think this is lime green or something. I know you would have, Ange. What were you doing? Were you eating chocolate pie? Probably. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do it all over again. So now if you girls want to do something like this, you have to think about some of your favorite things. You could build a cover. Call your favorite things. Could actually be your favorite things journal, because then you could fill it with your favorite things. I haven't thought about pages yet. Okay, so there's my bright green. Kathy, I haven't decided. You know, when we spoke earlier, I'm sorry I kind of cut you off really quickly, but I wasn't ready to stream this evening, and an idea popped in my head about making a journal cover using all my favorite things and seeing if I could get it to work together, like a collage kind of a thing. And so, okay, Judy, take care. We'll see you soon. Have a good snooze. Yes, she's on Elvis. So I'm just building a cover for I don't know what yet. I'm just calling it my favorite things cover because I'm using fabric and lace and a napkin and eyes and paint, and they are all my favorite things. All right, so next I think I went to the watermelon. Lullaby and good night. The watermelon really looks like a watermelon ice, like from a Rita's or a ice cream pole or like an Italian ice. Not everybody has a Rita's, I guess. And that's going to go in to the corner of her eye and halfway, well, maybe three-quarters of the way. On her eye, and then we're going to come in with the Plumera. And that's a deeper pink color. Starting on the outside edge of her lash, and we're bringing it in. There we go. And now we're going to use the olive green. What happened with Laverne and Shirley? Oh, she did. Aw. She was a cutie. She's probably a good age, right? I don't know if she's older or younger than maybe younger. Okay, so I'm going to add the olive green to the edge. Oh, I didn't switch brushes. I better not take a chance and use my liner here. Whoops, I'm going to put down for a moment, I'm going to put down my readers. I probably should do the lines in the eyes with this olive green rather than the black. You're not really going to see that across the top, but I'm just putting a little in. You don't really see it, I don't think, on the green either, the light green. Very subtle. Very subtle. And it's shimmery. Which the camera's probably not picking that up. All right, let's cap and recap. Recap. Ricola. Oh no, I just spattered. Of course, spattering is one of my favorite things, but not yet. I'm going to have to twirl it. I can't reach out because I have the wrong glasses on my face. All right, I'm going to try to paint the pupil of the eye a little more carefully, not use as much paint as I did on the sample, and kind of leave, I could follow the stamp, but kind of leave where the white spots are. The highlights, I should say, not white spots. And of course, when this dries, it'll be permanent because acrylic paint is permanent. Now, I'm not sure about those glazes, but it's not like I'm going to be laundering this. This is, for a book cover. So I'm okay with that. The thing with using a liner brush is you just have to get used to the pressure. Like not mash your brush down. You just ease up on your stroke, you know. And just kind of use it like a pencil, really. I think I want to outline her pupil. I can't talk when I'm doing this. She looks rather dreamy. I'm in the wrong pot. I need it to be a little thicker for her pupil. Now, really, I think the stamp looked fine just by itself. I'm just, getting carried away. But don't be discouraged. If you don't think you can do this, you could just, if you have an ice stamp or some other image that you really like, you could do the same thing. It's just kind of a weird thing, I think, to put on a cover. But not when it's your favorite thing. All right, just a little bit now around the outside edge of her eye. Iris, if you will. Iris. And I think we're going to call that done. Except for some white. I think I will put some white in because the background fabric of the napkin. It is white, but then you've got the creamy color of my linen underneath that. And it's just not real bright white, just I think I might like. I'll show you in just one second. And I think I might need to use, thank you, Janice. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Let me hold it up for you. I like it. I like it. All right, so let's use the heat gun just a little bit. So I make sure that that's dry. And then I think I'm going to start putting down some other stuff to make it look like, you know, her hat, like we talked about earlier. I'm just not sure if I want to stitch this, so I'm going to leave this lace go. Because if I do stitch it, I think I want to use pink thread or green. You know, thanks, Susan. And I think that's probably what I do want to do. But if not, I can always glue it after the fact. All right. So, and this is raggedy edged, and that's fine. I think I want to tuck that raggedy edge under there. And I want to bring it down close enough to her eyebrows to make it look like her hair or her hat. All right, now I really could, at some point, if I wanted to, come back in and painted eyes usually creep you out, Julie? Push it back up just a little bit. Is that better? I could come back in with some paint and really paint some of these leaves and flowers. So I don't know. I might do that. How long? I've been 2 hours, and I think I don't want to say what's her face because I can't think of her name. Barb Owen. I think Barb Owen will be on, or if she's probably on already. She came on early last week. I'm so thirsty. And some of you might want to head over there. All right, I think I'm going to glue this down. Does that look better, Janice? Yes, I think yes, her yes was for this. So let me get a little bit of my Fabri-Tac, and I'm just going to start tacking that down. And of course, you could stitch a lot of this stuff, right? And I was going to get, I think, my other tin of like fabric. I have 2 big tubs of fabric scraps, but I keep this little tin. Well, it's not super little. And I try to throw in here maybe some things that are a little different or a little more you know, a little nicer. So I don't know if I have any pink cheesecloth in here. There's some really white. Let's just have a little look-see. A little digging around in here. Looking over before you I know somewhere somewhere I have a big wad, because if you go to Walmart, you can get a package. Well, at least you could. I don't know. The price might have elevated a little bit recently. You can get a nice package of cheesecloth. And what I do is took it and I just dyed the whole thing. I did a whole wad in the coffee, and then I did a whole bunch in the avocado uh, liquor, if you will. And I did have them at the market, and of course I had kept some for myself, but I'm not seeing the pink. So let's just see how the coffee stained looks. I don't know. I might not even use it. I just want to see what it looks like underneath that big old button. Big old button. Let's see if I can. My goal is to really clean up this area to the left of me so that while I'm streaming, I have places to lay things. It's, as they say, a work in progress. I just put my glue back. I didn't use it yet. Went and got me some chocolate pie, says Ange. My husband made cake. My daughter and her husband are very strict with their children. And they're very well-behaved children, I have to say. Even my son will say, man, you're around other kids. Charlotte and Jack are so well-behaved. But their parents really work at it. And like my son-in-law told me from the very beginning, if I take her, and this is before Jack was born, if I take her in a store and she wants something and I tell her no, there's not going to be any fussing around, because when we tell her no, she is going to learn to accept no. And they do really well with it. And last night I came for dessert and there were some choices, and Jack decided he wanted the ice cream and not the cake part. They weren't allowed to have both, which is fine. But he didn't fuss. He just ate his ice cream. I mean, he whined a little bit, but a little sugar monkey. But it's pretty good for a 4-year-old. Okay, so now we've got that down. I've got that down. And what did I have next? Oh, I had that big old button. I don't know if I'm going to want this here, but let's just see. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, a little hand pink wave. Night, Barbara. Night, Cindy. Okay. So I was thinking about putting that there. I do like my cheesecloth. Now I have to get some thread to put in that button. I want to tuck that yucky part underneath, and then I had my beads. I think this way. I think I might do the little rosebuds down the side. I know I have a third one. Yeah, me too, Kath. Do you think it looks okay under this scenario though? Genesis buttons, pearls, and who knows what else. If jewels come to mind, use pink tourmaline or diamonds. Okay. Oh yeah, girl. Well, emeralds might go also, but they are unlikely. Green jade, maybe. Trying to think if I have anything to, I mean, I have a whole tub of, I don't know if that was a typo, unlucky or unlikely, because I don't have any opals or emeralds. Got this little pink pearly that I could stitch there. Or I could do this. No, I like that one better. Ah, I just pulled that and I pulled all the little seed beads off. I could stitch on seed beads, certainly. Could I not? Eh, trying to grab this before it comes undone. No, Shannon, this was something I purchased. It looks like tatting. They're really pretty. That's a piece of plastic. This has the tiniest thread, and I love things that dangle. I would like to have one of these dangling. I don't know if I can tie it. Yeah, that's true. I might get my little. Now, we'll see how many folks hang around. I might get my little, see, I'm wearing longer nails this week. And I have to say, I'm not used to them. The shorter ones are more my jam. Gosh, I wish I could see that thread. Here we go, loop de loop. Here we go, loop de lie. Oh heavens! Now, gonna behave now. Does anybody watch Miss Scarlet and the Duke? I shouldn't say anything because I don't want to do a spoiler. I don't want to be a spoil. Oh my gosh, I'm so close to getting that to work. It's very, very thin, Julie, and it's pretty strong. I'm surprised I haven't busted it. But it would help if I put my other glasses down on my face. If I get under there with the tweezers and I can grab it. Let's do it this way. Let's grab that with the tweezer and push that around. I'm loving Sunday night TV because All Creatures Great and Small is on, and so is Miss Scarlet and the Duke. I like Doc Martin, but I don't know when their season starts again. Oh gosh, I hope that's gonna come back. My tweezers are not real smooth. They've been put through the ropes. I did it. I did it, kids. I did it. Okay, let's see. I don't think I can. 2 doctor's appointment, 2 grocery stores. I'm pooped. Sweet husband took me. Aw. I don't have to cook. Well, that's good. That's wonderful. I I like grocery shopping, but I can't go when I'm tired. That's for sure. It's exhausting. I have lower back issues, so as long as I'm holding on to a cart, I'm okay, but I really can't do a big old shopping spree. Now, what I'd really like to do is have this on one of my little, bulb pins and then pin that to the cheesecloth. But I'm gonna need some kind of fabric to glue this little guy onto because, there's no way I'm gonna be tying that onto that little piece of metal. I just don't have enough thread to do that. Look at this dainty little stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah, my husband used to stop on his way home from work because we don't really live real close to stuff, and it was very convenient and worked out very well. But now he's retired, and well, he's kind of retired. He still has a little part-time job. It's not as thin as I thought, but he's not going out every day. He's working from home, and so with the price of gas around here, we kind of schedule, but he mostly takes care of that. I might have cut that too short. Let's see if I can get a little bit of, I'm going to try a little bit of hot glue in there. Oh, heavens. Oh, my glue sticks seem to be a little too chubby for the end of my gun. I'm sticking all over my fingernails. Wah, wah, wah. I forgot to glue the string in. Well, heavens. Oh, look at this. This might be better. I love this stuff. This stuff is, when you have lace that's gathered and there's a topper, there's different kinds. There's kind that are really rough and holy like this, and it's real stiff, like like a stiff tool, but this is very fine and very soft. And if you take the thread out, your lace becomes flat and you have this cool piece of fabric that I could sit and rub this all night. It's just a really cool piece of fabric. Really cool. Okay, so I'm trying to think how I want to do this. All right, so I need to take a little snippet of it. All right. And so then I need to come through the pin. And night, Shannon. All right, that's uneven, so let's make it even. Even Steven. I'm going to lay my little dangly thing down. I want to push my beads down as far as I can. Push them down. I'm going to put a little spot of glue. She thinks she's going to put a little spot of glue. She's going to burn her skin. Oh, goodness, I shouldn't have worked on top of my napkin. That's what I did with that one jelly print I liked. And I ruined it because I don't get too many jelly prints I like. I ruined it because I worked right on top of it. Don't do it, it's hot. Thanks, Teresa. I have kind of like asbestos fingers. All right. No, I'm not showing you what I'm doing. So now I'm going to come back in with the hot glue gun. Yeah, don't do this at home. This is just me and my silliness. I've used glue gun for many, many years. And kind of used to it. It'll give you a blister. Nah, it didn't. It didn't. I didn't really even hardly feel it. Now I'm going to trim off the back. And then when I'm ready, I think I'm going to hang that there somehow. And I have all these little seed beads from the other one that fell apart. I still don't see my other little fleur. Okay, let's see. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I need thread for in my, this is a real light pink floss. So, you wouldn't have cut it? You liked it longer? Yeah. You might be right, Ange. I could always glue another piece back on. Let's just see. Let me see. I'm looking for a, there we go. I think this one little thread hole might be got a little piece of fabric or something in there. So I'm going to put my thread through. And I think I want my little thread sticking out if I can. I'm hoping I don't have to put this in a needle. It looks like it's all clear. I just love the dingly danglies. I cannot get this little monkey through here. Now I gotta find a needle that's gonna go through the hole of the button. That's another challenge. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Janice Glimes. Girl, you are so right. Hmm? Hold on. Okay, now my brain's going a mile a minute. I'm sorry if I'm torturing you. I'm going to take a couple of those off because I just need to do this. I need to get No, Teresa, Julie is correct. I ironed a paper napkin on the fabric with a piece of plastic wrap. It's a napkin. I've seen it done on paper, like on cardstock. I hadn't seen anyone do it on fabric. I didn't know if it would work. I'm sure I'm not the first one to do that, but it worked. Oh, good grief, I just did it and pulled it all the way through. And then I stamped the eyes on, but then painted in the colors, so I didn't have to fuss around and try to draw them and make them, not look cross-eyed on a piece of fabric. I'm just having a hard time tonight with the nails. All right, so that's going to go there for that sad little piece of thread. Now, Angie Marie says she likes this better with the long piece behind it. And it does look cute, Angie. We'll put a piece back on there. I'm just going to hot glue that back on. Actually, if I open it up a little bit, it might be cute. Like fanned it out. Okay, so the beads are going to come down like that. That little, well, that's the idea. Okay, let me grab, I don't think I have anything in here that's going to work. I think all that stuff might be too big. I'm thinking about jewelry. When Janice said about, see, this could go up here. Not that. This could go up here. And then my little pink button that I just threw. Because I think I am going to have it this length. Gosh, I got all kinds of fuzz sticking to my nails. I could have something for a little, I don't think this would look right because, I don't know. What do you think? I guess I don't need two dingly danglies, do I? Let's see what I have in my we'll call it my bauble drawer, where I just throw pieces of broken jewelry and beads and what have you. I've got some really pretty pink pearls that I've been hoarding. And one of those and I don't have to use that, I don't have to use that bulb pin, right? I can change my mind. I am a woman. Where's Barbara? I can change my mind. The pearls might be, the pink pearls might be too big. I don't know if there's different sizes. Okay. Oh, those buttons shouldn't be in there. I love those buttons. Here's a pink, real big pink dangling. Let me take those buttons. Oh, girls, look. That's a clip-on earring. Watches, and that's Christmas. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it says one pair of earrings and 9 buttons. Oh, maybe that's why I put it in there. Oh, me too. Holly and I we'd buy stuff and then we'd go on and show each other and root through the box. Yeah, that's cool, right? But it's too heavy. It's too big, don't you think? That. Oh, here's a little jewel that fell out. I don't want to lose that. So see, it fell out of this. Look how cute that is. Do I have 2 of those? That's a button. This is like a dome. I got these, I think, from Miss Caroline. From the market. From the market. I put that back in there. Come on. Come on, you little stinker. I have to bust off whatever's on the back. Where would her ear be? What do you think, Janice? Are you still here? You would wear them? I probably would too. I don't know how they would feel. Let's pinch one on. I'm so used to my, oh yeah, I don't know about that. Oh yeah, I love looking at everybody's junk. I mean, their jewelry, bits and bobs, not their junk. You still think that's a bit too big? No, I really like it. I don't know if I'm going to pull that off. Wonder what that is. Maybe I could yank it. Well, whatever it is. See, it didn't have like a button. It just got, looked like it might have been like a little metal loop. I should be able to glue that little piece of glass in there. This earring is pinching the heck out of my ear. It's not comfy at all. I'm saying it's not comfy at all. All right, let me see if I can. I've got stuff stacked on top of my tool basket. Yes, I have a tool basket. And I've got one of those cutter things that looks like a claw you would try to do. There he is. One of these guys. Let's see. No, he would have to be. Ow! I put my finger right in the pincher. Not good. Nine kids? Oh my goodness. This must have been like a party all the time. All right, let's bring down these other. Let's bring down the serious spectacles. Oh, I wonder if I can grab that well enough to. I can't believe how dirty my hands look from that graphite. Yeah, they're not those. Keep your fingers away from the pincher. Hold on. Tool number 37. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be very strict if you had all those kiddos, huh? I'm sure it didn't do you none the worse. Well, I might have to wait on this. See if I can get. My husband's not as determined as I am either. Of course, he doesn't have anything invested in it either. I'm like, but can't you? Can't you? Why do you want that? Well, because. Well, just because. Well, now I squished it. Did you squish it? Yeah, I squished it. I didn't even show you the pink pearls. See if it's shiny and sparkly, Lori goes there immediately. Okay, Ange is falling asleep. Okay, Ange, have a good snooze. Oh, I think I made some progress there. If I end up with all the gems sitting on eh, I think I've made it worse. It's certainly not more flat. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh, oh. And we've got liftoff. It's a little sharp. Now, I think if I take a little emery board to that, now, what is the best glue for me to, I know, I have to get out my E6000 probably, right? I don't know. Ooh, okay. I think I like that. I did work for that gem, actually. Wouldn't this look cute? Look. These glass things, they're not real stuff, but they're like so sparkly. How cute would that be, huh? Look at this pink tassel I made. You got the Fabri-Tac. Yeah, I do. Will that hold it, Janice? If I can get a not so snotty blob of it in there. See, look at these. They're, these aren't, but they're so pretty. Of course, after I struggled with this thread, I'm not liking it so much, but I need to have thread in the open holes for me. I don't know, just my mind. Uh-oh, here's another loose cannon. There must be something else in that bag that's missing a gem. Bum, 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 bum. Super glue would be best. Yeah, I don't have that, but I do have the E6000, and I have a little tiny I have the little tiny tubes, so I could get a little squirt in there. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm trying to see if this is missing a gem. I don't see it. Probably one of these babies. I'll have to. Oh, look, that's blue. Oh my gosh. I love all this jazz. Here's the pearl. I've had a pretty easy time whacking off the, I would be using such a little, yeah, right, a toothpick's worth, yeah. I'd be using such a little tiny amount, Julie. I don't think I have to, but I mean, I'm in a pretty big space, I'm not in a, but thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I would wear these too. These are pretty. I'm kind of hesitant to take that apart. Let's see if it's comfortable. Oh, who am I kidding? I don't go anywhere to wear anything like this. I use it in your art. Use it in your art. Look, I just pulled it with my hand and it came off. 'Cause I am woman. All right, there we go. We've got a pearl. Can you see it well enough? See, all this stuff is loose. Let me see if I can. I don't know if Elvis is gonna let me do it. Ah, I've got another loose gem over here. Oh, that might have just fell out of my. Hold on. Hold on. Now I'm missing my other bling. There it is. Yeah. Everything's moving. Moving and a grooving. Yeah, it does take a long time to dry. Okay. So there's your choice. This one with the pearl or this one with the bling. Ruh-roh. Bling's on the loose. Bling's on the loose. I got wads of glue on the end of my pinchers. Now I just lost my, oh, there it is. This guy's slippery. And he didn't go in right side up. Green side up. Kathy says bling. Jana says bling. Julie says tough choice. Yeah, I think I like the bling too. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so I'm going to add that. All right, so I'll probably show you this when I get this done. I'm going to do more. I might do some stitching. I don't know that anybody wants to watch me stitch on camera because I don't know what I'm doing. But I can go ahead and fasten down these things. I'm going to stitch my lace on. I still haven't come up with my third little rosette, and then I can get those on. And once I get those in place, then I'll be more apt to glue my, gosh, that little rose has got to be here somewhere. Put my little roses down. You know, I'm going to stitch that. I'll find some pink thread. And yeah, maybe by Thursday when I stream again, I'll shoot to have her finished. And then I can be thinking about some pages. But I like it so far. I think it turned out better than I anticipated, for sure. And I love the eyes, I have to say. Pink and green, always a good choice, don't you think? Just like they say, Paris is always a good idea. Wish I could get my husband to believe that. Yeah. Well, geez, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Um, enjoy the rest of your evening and take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I hope to see you all very soon. Thank you. Have a good night. My mouse just died. Take care, everyone. Green side up. You know that joke. Thanks for coming in, girls. I appreciate it. Thanks to all that were here. Talk to y'all soon. Hey, Kim K. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.